what's the greatest challenge of aging in Kenya?
There is a challenge of loneliness,
Okay.
physical abuse, literally beating them.
Yeah.
They can also have financial abuse.
Are there laws that protect the elderly people?
There is no act of parliament that protects the elderly at all in this country.
Wow.
If there is none,
How do we care and support the elderly?
come up with homes. You have a setup which looks like their real home. We need nutritious food for our elderly and our children.
I have a wonderful guest on the show, and we're going to be talking about aging aggressively, how to support the aged poor in our society. This is a conversation that is needed. My guest is Lucy Moria. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here, Gigi.
She is the CEO and founder of the Kenya Pro Aging Organization and Lucy Moria Network. These are the two organizations that she works with, and she's going to be telling us more about that. So before we talk about the aged, let's have your short story. Make it short. Tell us about yourself and how you got to where you are today.
Thank you, Pastor Gigi, and I'm very happy to be here. I was also looking forward. Like you have said, my name's Lucy Moria with the HC at the end.
Yes.
And that is end of state commendation. That is an award which is awarded by the president for having done community work, having made some differences. And this one is as a result. I've worked in the northeastern part of Kenya, Isiolo, Marsabit, those areas during these conflicts, no peace, and I and Asimbioko, the Kenya, the Women for Peace and Development, where I steered a lot about peace and development of women in the region.
Okay.
And the president awarded me the end of state commendation in 2020.
Okay.
So that's how I acquired that.
Yeah.
So briefly, I went to school in the States. That's where I did after my high school. We are not going back there because it is short.
Yes.
But I went to Kambani, and that's where I went for my O-levels.
Yes.
I joined the Kaga Girls for A-levels.
Okay.
Then I went to advance the rest of the education in the U.S.
Okay.
And that's where I gotten my first degree in nursing and psychology, and I specialized in geriatric. That is about the elderly people.
Okay.
So I decided to come back home in 2013 after I met the former prime minister there. He's like, you know what, you're doing a lot for other countries. You should be back home. We need you there. I'm like,
Yes.
so it clicked. So how do I go there? So I was passionate about the care for the elderly. I started seeking, do they have laws for the elderly? Do they have anything to do with the elderly? Maybe if I go back there and get into parliament, I'll be able to bring these laws, and then we can help the elderly there. In the hope that I would be in parliament to change or improve the laws for the elderly people, I thought I would be more useful.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I thought even actually Kenya needed me more than US needed me.
Okay.
So I contested for women rep. So I didn't make it.
Okay.
But immediately I gotten an opportunity to work for the county of Isiolo as a director. Actually, it was still about the elderly. It was a director of social services and culture.
All right.
And so I got a lot to interact with them, with community and working with them. Now, while I was there, that was 2013. Now I have my background of nursing and the care of people, and now here I am in politics. Maybe I need to go back to school and study about governance, good governance and leadership.
Right.
That's how I came to St. Paul's. So I joined St. Paul's.
Yeah.
2014.
Yes.
For 4 years, I got my first degree in leadership and management, first class honors.
Right.
And then I joined to do my master's, St. Paul's.
Yeah.
And I did MDS, that is Master's
in Development Studies. Yes, I know that program.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good one. And
Yeah.
I wish every leader in this country could go for it.
Yeah.
So there I was, and that time I was still going to school. I was still working for the county.
All right.
So after 2016, I quit my job again on 2017 and went now to contest for member of parliament.
Now, right.
So I didn't make it again because I was number 2, by the way, and I did very well.
Okay.
And then the then governor also gave me an opportunity to work in the Public Service Board,
Okay.
of which entailed hiring, promotions, and firing, and disciplining the workers of the county. I did that for the entire county.
Okay.
So I did that until 2022.
All right.
Again, I quit. My time wasn't up yet because I think I was geared that this is where my service is. I just want to serve the people through this.
Okay.
So I went again in 2022, and they just ended the election, and I did not make it. So I went back to the drawing board immediately.
All right.
I'm like, now I need to serve the people
Right.
of Isiolo.
Okay.
And I am now going to serve the people of Kenya. I just told myself that.
Yeah.
And I settled on starting an organization. And this organization will not be doing anything else except improving the welfare or the well-being of the elderly people in our country.
Absolutely.
And that's how now I founded the Kenya Pro-Aging Organization.
When we look at the aging, what's the greatest challenge of aging in Kenya?
The biggest challenge that I've seen with our people, and that's what really motivated me or pushed me to doing what I do now, to start the organization.
Yeah.
As people age, the biggest challenge you hear now, it is illnesses.
Yes.
Magonjwa.
Yes.
A lot of them, you know, as you age is when you hear somebody has arthritis, someone has diabetes, someone has blood pressure, someone has all these COPDs, asthma, they can't walk, all this in deterioration of health.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is a challenge number 1.
All right.
Number 2, there is a challenge of loneliness.
Okay.
And this is not about now money.
Yes.
You might be having a lot of money. You must have educated your children, and they're so all up there. But they all maybe even left the country, or they live in big cities, and you are left alone in a very beautiful big home.
Yes.
But you're so lonely. That is a problem.
Okay.
Another problem, it is a problem of elder abuse. A lot of people do not realize they're even abusing the elderly.
Okay.
Even the elderly themselves do not even know they are being abused.
Okay.
Because a lot of times they are being abused by people who are very close to them.
Yes.
Their children, their friends, their neighbors, their caretakers.
Okay.
And some of these, they can experience physical abuse, literally beating them.
Yeah.
Maybe if we may say so, like the one we saw in the Goto.
Yeah.
It is not confirmed, but it's going on, but something like that. You can literally slap them, kick them. That one has happened. They can also have financial abuse. That is an abuse
Right.
to the elderly. And this could be their own monies. Maybe you've retired, you have your accounts, you have all these monies, maybe you have been saving, and then some people could even force you to go and sign and withdraw that money. Could be your own children.
We forget about the other 25%, you know, of course, less the children. So you have like about maybe 5 or 7% of people who fall in this category, and they are absolutely neglected.
And for your information, Pastor Gigi, by 2050, the elderly in this country the population will be more than the young people who are being born.
Okay.
Remember, all of the people who are there today, they are not even getting married, most of them. If you're married and you have a family, it's 1, 2 kids.
Yes.
And now, but the elderly people also, there is a longevity because there's medication, so the elderly are there.
Yeah.
And I told you an elderly person is from 60 years.
Yes.
Having retired doesn't mean that I'm too old to be alive unless I'm sick. So there will be more.
Yes.
So the challenge by 2050 will be so much. Currently, by 2019, we are the elderly who are recorded is over 3 million.
Okay.
By now, they should be over 4 million. Yes.
The idea that, you know, if they had Pastor Gigi has taken his dad
Yes.
and mom to
Yeah.
a old people's home,
Yeah.
they will actually think that I have lost my mind. Talk about that.
If your mom was in Ukamban by themselves, or my mom is in Meru by herself, and there's no way I would go work in Meru, there's no way I have my children around her,
Yeah.
then would you rather have your mother live by herself with the workers, people you don't even know? And I said, our culture, because we cannot just force things, we have to go with people gradually
Yeah.
to make them understand there's a problem. And that's why I'm out there creating awareness, training people. So when they know and they see, oh, for real, if Pastor Gigi took their mom in that nice home, I also look forward. And you proudly say, we have a home, my own mom is there. Even you can take your men, you can go preaching even in those homes. We even have a chapel there. If those who are Muslim, tunawekea kamuskiti yao hapo. So then you people go there as a church. Even help saying you giving people food, you visiting them once in maybe Christmas time only, that's not enough.
And again, maybe the other side of it is, and maybe you can tell me, it is even old people want to be around each other. Yes.
Men actually become lonelier than women.
Okay.
Because women, they have these chamas. They are like, Mom, anatupigia simu. Saa hii pesa yangu sina ya kupeleka kwa chama. So unamuuliza, Mom, how does this thing help you? So if it is only 500 you need to take to that chama, now you are sending even 2,000 or 3.
Yeah.
But ataniambia, nyinyi hamtaelewa, you never understand. You know, when they go there, they spend 2 hours talking, they pray together, they talk about their children, they talk about their grandchildren, they talk about their past, they talk about their village matters. Some lost their husbands, like my late dad. But now when they are there, she comes home when she is smiling. So she tells you, mimi nikisema nataka pesa ya kwenda kupeleka kwa chama, I need it. It's not your food. She knows we can, you tell her, don't do that. No, I will do. So what do you need the chama for? You are contributing, I don't know, utensils. She tells us it is fine. I'm happy about that. Now, but you want to solve problem once in an hour. What do you need? It's not like that. It's the socializing part.
For example, this famous story of this 92-year-old man who used to live in the cave.
Actually, I've rescued many.
All right.
But that one stood out. I think that could be counted as my highest. The time I felt like I'm really doing something, despite maybe visiting you or your mom or my mom, who is beside, she just needs company.
Right.
This old Muse lived in a place called Oloropil in Narok, many miles away from here. And then, in the process of watching my programs on the YouTube, a classmate of mine, a Masai, who were in the university together,
Right.
happens to have seen that mzee when he was young. And now he realized he lives in a cave in the forest. So he calls me. He told me, now, Lucy, you are doing something like this. Could you rescue somebody? I mean, not even rescuing. How can we help?
Right.
He doesn't know. So I told him, can you take pictures of that mzee and show me? Take a video. I want to see that cave.
Yes.
So when he sent, I was like, no, I need to be there like tomorrow.
Right.
I've never seen anything like that. So I talked to Bishop Obala, the
Oh.
Catholic bishop, because my mind, this one needs to be rescued immediately. Now, our government, we do not have any rescue home. Where do you take somebody? So unless I bring him to my house.
Right.
Na mimi siko hata mi nyumbani, so it will be worse.
Yes.
So I remember the Catholics, they have homes. I went to the parish in Ngong.
Yes.
So I talked to him. So it didn't take me a week. That following week, I woke up 5 in the morning. By 9, I was in Narok. And from Narok, from there now, I got a father there to take me to that forest where they were, Olorupil.
Yes.
So we went, and I went inside the cave. It was raining cats and dogs. Even if you look at the show, it was raining. The mzee was just there. We reached there around noon. And he asked him, have you eaten anything? He told me, no, I wanted just to wake up and go look for firewood. He has a broken leg. He's using crutches. He's 92 years old. He told me, Mom, you know what? I gave up. I'm just waiting for death. For real. When I remember that show, that's Mzee, even now I cry. But now he's so happy.
What else do you think we need to, tell these registrators? And is there something counties can specifically do?
We encourage every county assembly in Kenya to come up with a law besides the national one, the one that you can customize for the needs of the elderly in your county, and come up with homes like, let's say, like the Somalis, the Borans that I have lived with. So you have a setup which looks like their real home.
Yes.
So when they are there, they feel they are not taken to Nairobi. You didn't take them to Lemuru. They're in their own setup.